Welcome on in, Soul Bards. We're going to go ahead and do an audio check right quick. I do apologize for that, everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and actually mute out of a couple of things here and see if that helps any. We're doing some audio checks for our first live, and apparently my camera wants to repeat me. So let's go ahead and fix that. I apologize. It's not done this for me before. I do apologize for that, everybody. I was going to try and dual camera this, but apparently my sound says no today. So I apologize for those tech gremlins right out the bat. It's good to see everyone, though. Thank you all for being here. We do have a couple of cards ready to go right out the gate for us. We do. So I'm going to go ahead and start, as I normally do, with some tarot. We will do some Moonology. We will do some Moonology manifestation. Whoops. I'm not reading that many cards. And we'll do some Soul Truth. Alrighty, everybody. Did I grab everyone? I sure did. I'm not going to read 8 cards. We normally do 1 card from each deck around these parts, so that's what we're going to kind of stick to, if you please. So, welcome to a Creative Thursday reset. With tarot in my mind as a writer, we're just checking in on our individual, psychological, spiritual, how are we feeling with the cards, okay? We're checking in with the story of the Fool, not calling you a fool in a bad way. I'm referring to the youth in your journey, and you can be youthful in any journey. You don't have to be an age to be youthful. Like my brother George used to say, age is a frame of mind, and I sure don't matter. Oh, I'll take these 2 cards. 4 cards. I can do 4, not 8. So we have the Devil. Don't be afraid, my friends. Don't be afraid. This can be anything from discontent to limitations to just, I'm biting my nails too much. It means something is up for review, in my opinion. And, well, if we're getting the 8 of Swords, that thing's making us feel a little bit powerless. But more often than not, I find when we get these 2 together, it means we need to get out of our own way. We're out of our characters' own ways together. So if you're a writer or a creator, what kind of transitions are you going through? What do you need to let go of in order to continue this journey, in order to get back to not really square one, but maybe back on the path, So this kind of reminds me a little bit in total of what the Tower card is. In tarot, the Tower card means it feels like there's a lot going on, and then it's stacked against you, but you need to keep in the thought process of, is it against you? Is it for you? Or is it needing to go through you sometimes? I mean, that literally can be this 6 of Swords energy. What needs to go through? What needs to continue onward versus not for you to get back onto the correct path? Let's check with Moonology as well. And thank you all again for the tech issues. I like slaying tech gremlins. I don't like feeding tech gremlins. No. So Moonology tells us, ooh, Cardinal Moon, be bold. Make that first move. What is the move you need to make? Swords sometimes relate to the thoughts. What thought patterns are there that aren't benefiting you any longer? We're creative people. Let's get real. Sometimes we pick up systems of managing our lives, our business, and they get out of balance and we don't even realize it because it's become old reliable. I don't mean that in a crutch way, because sometimes, I'll take that, the things that we let go of need to be let go of. They've served their use. And therefore, you need to keep your heart open, first quarter moon in Libra. Okay? You really need to keep your heart open. Sometimes we think a little bit too much with our heads, especially as creatives. Get out of your third eye. Get out of your pineal gland. Get out of this spatial reasoning and start thinking wherever your heart and your soul lives. Okay? I mean, that's going to be what guides the way ultimately. But what does the soul truth want? It wants some sort of action, does it not? What does soul truth want? It wants some sort of action. Yes, indeedy it does. So, what should you do? What could you journal about? What step could you take in the right direction to get you to make those decisions from the heart? I mean, you want to get back to feeling like a kid a little bit again? That was way too many cards. We want one. Thank you. If you're not creating from your inner child, are you even really listening to your muse? One of my favorite people in the world to listen to, the Black Psychic Librarian, Tanya Melendez, she says, your muse is just your inner child all grown up, and she's not wrong. She's not wrong. So what can we do to lighten your load? What soul action do you need to take? Ooh, well, that would be the problem, wouldn't it? A lot of us feel this. What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet, my friends? Hence the bold move, right? Hence that bold move a little bit. So, the back of the Soul Truth card reads, the expectations we have are mostly delusional. I don't mean that in a bad way. You're thinking them for yourself and you're carrying around other baggage, maybe that other people put onto you, unrightfully so. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with a relationship when those expectations are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and go with gratitude. Normally, there's a lack of gratitude when you have too high of expectations, and unfortunately can lead to things like bitterness, resentment, or worse. So today's soul action, learn to be grateful a little bit today, my friends. You are being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for your soul, your heart. Lead with it. And it is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and be grateful for everything, you'll experience extreme fulfillment. It's a mindset shift. Indeed, indeed. It's a choice, a bold one, to go with excellence instead of experience. You get experience through excellence, kind of, but keeping your heart open. Look at how big the moon is in this picture versus that picture. We might expect the moon to look like that, given an eclipse just went by and getting a lunar one versus a solar one going, right? Whoops. But look how much bigger it's going to get. Bigger than you imagined. Maybe that's the limiting factor, because we mentioned on limitations. With the Eight of Swords specifically. Notice that she could walk away if she just took off the blindfold. So what are you purposefully keeping yourself blinded to, my friends? What are you purposefully keeping yourself blinded to when in no way should you have ever in the beginning to do so? I often say, stop believing the lies other people tell you. You're just carrying around their insecurities for them. Take care of you.